What's crack-a-lackin'? It is your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And we're back. It's college football! College football season, baby! We're starting in Dublin, Kansas State, Iowa State. Don't mind me, I was just eating my cereal. Saw Mr. Matthew, Broshmo, you're late. It's like, I don't want to start because I'm just shoveling my face full of food. So I decided to start. But hey, Matt, keeping me honest, I appreciate it. Hopefully, y'all have had a great summer. Hopefully, the dog days of summer were kind to you. I, myself, just been busy, dude. Busy. Between thinking the draft guide, which is available, we'll do a promo for it later. It's been a busy summer, man. It's been a busy summer, but hopefully y'all had a great summer and are prepared for this hot, steamy, intimate Big 12 action. We got Izzy. What up? How you doing? I'm doing good. Back at it. How are you, bud? It's about time. We got Joshua. Is that the goat I see? I mean, dude, I got the little goatee for it. Kirill, why the hell did I switch my personal account? I don't know. I'm right now trying to put in a last minute bet. It's more so futures. Gonna be a futures bet. I feel like I need to add one more squad, make it a little ballsy. Oh, happy day one of college football season to you. Happy week 0 to you too, Matt. Nate, hello, all my rookies you're looking forward to. Any rookies you're looking forward to. I'm excited to see Mendoza out there for Indiana. Rookies, I'm excited to see the workload of golly. He goes by Bill now. But I'm eager to see the workload of Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. I swooped him up in a lot of dynasty leagues as like a 4th round pick in the rookie draft. But yeah, dude, I'm just kind of hoping that things work out with him. I mean, they already traded Bryant Robinson to the Niners, so it kind of feels like he's gonna be clutch. Any draft eligible players in the game? A ton. If that's what we're talking about, who's draft eligible in this game, then I'll give you quite a bit. Let me just open the draft guide, which I feel like I should be doing a promo for. All right, go, Joe. Oh. What? Why do I have to do this every time? All right, so for Iowa State, we obviously have Rocco Beck at quarterback. I don't see any running backs on my watch list for Iowa State. I don't think I have any wide receivers either. At tight end for Iowa State, there is Benjamin Brahmer, who only had 79 yards last year. He had only 2 starts last year, missed some time with injury. But a very good athlete at 6'7", 250. Let's see. No, Iowa has some guys along the defensive line. Dominic. I don't even know how you say that. Orange on the defensive line for Iowa State. The secondary I feel like is pretty stacked for Iowa State. Let's see. I know linebacker. There's like Caleb Bacon, who was banged up all last year, just hurt, had season-ending injury. Is there another Iowa State linebacker? I don't have one on here, but at corner, Jontez Williams. It's a popular name. Safety Jeremiah Cooper. Did I say Cooper? I think it's Copper. No, it's Cooper. For Kansas State, they actually have quite a bit too. Gunnar Maldonado is actually a safety for Kansas State. He's not playing this game as he comes back from injury. VJ Payne, safety out of Kansas State as well. Got to probably keep an eye on this season. Linebacker, Kansas State's got solid crew in Austin Romaine, as well as Desmond Purnell. So it's pretty good. As far as edge, I don't see an edge for Kansas State, at least on my list. Nor to the interior. So offensive line, though, they got Sam Het at center for Kansas State, as well as, you could always point out the quarterback, Avery Johnson. He's got some tools, but I think he's far and away. Oh, who's the Kansas State tight end? Garrett Oakley. You also have that wide receiver, Jace Brown. Also running back Dylan Edwards. So it's like there's quite a bit in terms of draftable prospects. So it is weird calling Ja'Cory Bill. Yeah, as a Dolphins fan, they have no corners, so it's like, nah. What's your score prediction for Iowa State, Kansas State? I think Kansas State win because it's a neutral site, right? Neutral field. I'm leaning Kansas State. That was my lean for who I think's going to win the division this year. So that's just where I'm leaning. But yeah, that's just who I lean with, man. That's just where my lean is. It's Kansas State. I would take the Kansas State minus 2.5. Kind of bank and hope that they win by more than a field goal. Well, not even. Just win by a field goal or more. I'm telling you, it's just that Kansas. I already took Kansas State minus 2.5 anyway. This game specifically could go either way, though. I mean, we saw last year, Georgia Tech shocks Florida State. We didn't really know Florida State was going to just go on to, I don't know, suck the rest of the year. So that was a bit surprising. We got Wyatt up in here. Hello, normal guy as well. What up, brother? I named to look at for a name to look at for is true sophomore Ahmed Hardy from Mizzou. Yeah, no, like I'm not watching Ahmed Hardy. He's a true sophomore. He's not draft eligible. I'll watch him in the summer. Guess what? I went to go add that dude to my list. Saw, the guy from Louisiana, he's moving to Mizzou. Saw that he was a true sophomore coming into this season, and I was like, cool, I'll watch you next summer. Who's a non-power team to watch this year? It's always going to be Boise State. I think Tulane's going to be pretty good. Those are probably my favorites. Sunbelt's going to be competitive. Ultimately, James Madison feels like the squad, right? That sounds right. But I guess you never know, man. I guess you never know. A lot better QBs in the 2026 draft class. That's right. Kirito says, did you see the Jade Walker catch last night? So hyped to see what he can do in the regular season. I did not. I did not see it last night. I was grubbing on some sushi. And I'm going to be real, like NFL preseason games, they don't really get me going. So if I have other things I could be doing, I typically do other things. I fully expect this Big 12 to be extremely tight between Kansas State, Iowa State, Arizona State. Texas Tech's going to be good. And I think the third team in there, I think Utah claps back. I legitimately think Utah claps back. Well, Hardy's got first round potential next year. Running back, that's kind of hard to do, but good luck, Godspeed. Do you watch the Miami preseason games? Nah, dude, I don't. Again, to me, preseason kind of is what it is. People, I think, over exaggerate preseason. You kind of gotta take it. Kind of gotta take it with a grain of salt. If you hear negative things, take it with a grain. Or if you hear a lot of the stuff, positives and whatnot in training camp, take it with a grain of salt. However, but when it comes to the negatives, maybe a little bit more serious. Maybe a little bit more serious. Let's see. All right. Broshmo. Let's see. I think we got Nate here. I think Drew Eller won't go in the first round, but I think Mendoza goes first. And like first round in general. I'm not that into Mendoza as some people are. That's not my cup of tea. Preseason's useful when you have a QB battle, though. In my opinion, Wyatt, if you have a QB battle, then you don't have a QB. I just feel like more times than not, that's just been the case. If you have a QB battle, you probably don't have a QB. Sorry, not sorry. Gamecast is almost up. We almost got ourselves a game. All right, let's see. Want to do a draft guide promo before the game starts? Well, they are walking out for the kickoff, so I guess I should. Before we get kickoff, got a draft guide for you. It's got over 500 player backgrounds with close to 300 player evals, updates throughout the whole draft process, by the way. If you get it now, it's a Google spreadsheet, $30. Send me your email and I'll get you hooked up. But that means you will be automatically in for when we move over to a website, hopefully at the end of this season, where you get a more cosmetically pleasing draft guide, but it's going to cost more. There's going to be other things on the site as well, so I'm pretty excited for the site. We'll see how that sucker gets going. But there's a draft guide promo, and now we got a game. Now we got ourselves a game. Thank you, Kirito. We got Wyatt, especially this last week, because Shuck and Rattler both played solid, but it's really come down to this week for the starters. Yeah, no, I feel like New Orleans is in a bad spot, whether it's Shuck or Rattler, and I'd rather have it be Shuck because you just spent a second rounder on him. And I feel like you're probably going to be in position to draft a quarterback next year, so you might as well see what you got in your second round pick. All right, we got an HB direct, a snap going to Hansen, going for about maybe like 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Yeah, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Oh. So, what? It's going to be like 3rd and 4 after a gain of 3 here. Tries to get the edge. Looks like he has it. But the corner does a good job of getting off of engagement to go make a play along the sideline. All right, here's 3rd and 3. Are we going to see a pass for Rocco Beck? Got Hansen in motion. And no, Rocco's going to take it himself, and he's going to get that sucker. He's down at about their own 40, maybe the 39. Rocco Beck picking it up, doing it himself. Oh, did you, Kirito? Well, son of a gun. Let me get you hooked up, my friend. And Hansen, handoff for about, is that another gain of 3? Maybe 4? Goes for 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 at the Iowa State 43 for Iowa. Did you include your email here, Kirito? Beck in shotgun, fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw. Oh, kind of dangerous, but he's thrown to his big boy receiver in Green. Green got up there. Not real dangerous. Throws it high, knowing his receiver can go up and get it, but unable to pull it down Yeah, just couldn't climb the ladder. It was a little behind him, but not much. Or not so much that I was like, oh, I see your email there, Kirito. But not so much so where I'm like offended by the pass attempts. All right, we got 3rd and 6. Rocco dropping back. It's only a 4-man rush, but they get home. Mr. Left Tackle, do your job. Oh, yeah, that was just utter power. He goes into the chest and just churns the feet. Rocco Beck taking the sack. 4th and 10. We got a punt. First punt of the college football season. First drive of the college football season. Oh, it's muffed! It's muffed! Iowa State's got the ball! Oh, turnover kazoo time! It's been so long! Oh, that's cursed! That's wild. All right, I think I got your email right, Kirito. I don't want to put your... You just let me know if you get it or not. Again, I don't want to put your email out there to the public like that, so you just let me know. I would say toss back to Hansen, but he gets stopped. May have lost a yard there. It is 1st and goal, though. Oh, that's Dylan Edwards that fumbled. Rough. I mean, it's been raining on and off right there for Kansas State. Yeah, I would plus 2.5 could be a good call. A lot of game, though. We haven't seen the Kansas State offense yet. All right, back dropping back, and he's sacked. Second sack of the game. Not looking good for this Iowa State offensive line. Oh, man. Third and goal. It's from the 16. You got it? Good job. Good job, Kirito. How many fantasy football leagues are you in, Broshmo? I'm in 3. Well, Izzy, first off, here comes the pass rush again, and he tosses his up. Oh, don't say it's late hit on the quarterback. Incomplete. But I think there might be late hit on the quarterback. Or the flag was thrown. For what? I don't know. Oh, they're calling pass interference on VJ Payne. He's on the tight end. Oh, yeah, he hooked him bad. That's a bad call. Or that's a good call. That's a bad penalty. So, fresh set of downs for the Cyclones. Imagine we see a handoff here, and we do. And, oh, he's so close. It's going to be like 2nd and goal with inches to spare. That's Abu Sama. Oh, yeah, it's raining. It's raining. It's hard to tell, but yeah, it's falling. Yeah, they got a fullback lined up. They toss it. No! No! Stop it! Fumble the football. It's wet out there, guys. It's wet and wild. And Kansas State taking it the other way. That's wild. Dude, it's raining. It's pouring. You can't really tell. Yeah, you can't really tell just from unless you can't tell until they go to close-ups, and then you're like, oh wow, it's pouring out there. All right. I said I was gonna. Oh, how many fantasy leagues am I in? So I'm in 4 Dynasty, 3 Redraft, and 2 Guillotine. So I'm in quite a bit of leagues. Wet, wild, and fumbly. Yeah, like the normal game, like broadcasts, you can't really tell. You can tell it's wet out there, but you can't tell it's like pouring. And then they do close-ups and you're like, oh yeah, no, it's really, really coming down out there. Oh, it's raining, it's pouring, and Broshmo is snoring. I do quite a bit of snoring, man. Quite a bit. All right. Oh, there we go. Got to get better on my tweet game. Tweet. So VJ Payne gets saved after that bad pass interference. Oh, we got to run to the football. Kansas State, they're on the offense. So Joe Jackson picks up 2 yards. Another handoff to Joe Jackson. Looks like they're Kansas State. I don't want you to play it safe. Handoff to Joe Jackson for like maybe a yard. It's gonna be 3rd and 7. So now, like, you don't want to play into like this. You're consistently going for 3rd and longs because you're scared to play the game because it's wet and wild. I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, empty backfield for Avery. Iowa State showing blitz, mug formation, and they bring it. They get it out quick, and it's dropped by Jace Brown, I believe. Jace Brown had it. That was the first down. It was a little low. Little behind. Was that? Yeah, that was Jace Brown. Okay. But I mean, dude, The ball's heavy out there, so it came in low. It was at his knee. So, like, not really in front, not really behind. It was catchable, though. But I get it. It's pouring out there. It is what it is. All right, we got a fair catch. Iowa State's going to start at their own 47. I would say right through his hands. That was a low ball, man. Like, you think through the hands, you think like, ha, ha, right through my hands. Not, whoa, like, oh. It wasn't the best throw in the world, but also, again, it's a slop fest out there. Ugh. Slippity sloppity. Do we got other games going on right now? I know we got I say we. Kansas State, or excuse me, Kansas Fresno State. What is it, like Iowa Idaho State later on? I don't know. Let's look at this. No, Idaho. Oh, it's Idaho State, UNLV. That's right, because UNLV is like a 30.5-point favorite. Kansas is a 14 or a 13.5-point favorite, which I'm kind of willing to take. But Fresno State, they got what? EJ Warner back there at quarterback. We got Sam Houston taking on Western Kentucky. I want no part of that. Conference USA scares me. On Paramount tonight, Hawaii takes on Stanford. I think they have Hawaii as a 2.5-point favorite. I might be willing to take that. Take that the opposite way with Stanford, because I think that's a better Stanford team this year. Kansas, if I was going to bet Kansas Fresno State, I might bet that down to 9.5. I'm not taking UNLV Idaho State. 30.5, just a lot to cover. I would consider taking it the other way. Idaho State plus 30.5, but I don't trust Idaho State. That's not a team I trust. It's in Hawaii, but Stanford, man. It's not like it's... Well, I get it. It is far away, but it's not like it's terribly far away compared to if it was like a mid-Atlantic team, right? Oh. You know what? Maybe I'm sleeping on Hawaii. Oh, they had a close game with Boise last year. Maybe I'm sleeping on Hawaii. But I think I would take Stanford plus 2.5. And part of me would bet it up to 6.5. But that's just based on vibes. I'm thinking the vibes might be a little different for Stanford this year. So we got a 3rd and 3 close to midfield for Iowa State. They've been they have 12 plays to Kansas State's 3 and out. Tight end in motion. Do we see another quarterback keeper? Don't look like it. They're only bringing 4. He had some time, but Just missed his target. Who was that? Eskelson. That's a name. That is a name. All right, Matt Campbell gonna punt this sucker away. Last time it was muffed. They have Dylan Edwards is not returning this time. Oh, that's Tyler Lockett's younger brother, Sterling. Oh, he called fair catch, secured it. Kansas State's gonna get it at their 15. Still like 5. Yeah, I get it. It's still far there. I do like Jeremiah Cooper. I think Cooper is a slot in the NFL just because he's got that like 5'10, 5'11, 184 or something. Maybe it's 194. Here, try to do this off the top of my head. 184. I nailed it. Oh, batted ball and caught on the ricochet by the offensive lineman. Will be a loss of about 2 to 3. Batted ball. Do you have any expectations for Avery Johnson this year? I just want to see them use his legs more, which might sound weird because he used them quite a bit last year, but he's a really good athlete, long athlete too. And we got a handoff to Joe Jackson. Oh, he is stuffed at the line. Probably lost a yard there. So we got a 3rd and long. Going to be 3rd and 13. Oh, you're going to have to get this in the air. Or if you could use his legs, man, get him on a bootleg or something. Nope, they just hand it off. Just gets like what? Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 8. We're going to get another punt. Oh, no, dude. Not loving this. Not loving this. Yeah, don't, as Izzy said, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Share it while you're at it. Oh, man, they came in close on that block. Close on a block. But kind of shanked it. Had to get that out in a hurry because Iowa State brought the pressure. And Iowa State's going to get it on close to midfield, maybe on their on Kansas State's side of the field. Might be at their 49, might be at the 50. Dude, next week's going to be filled with great college football. Let's take a gander. Let's take a look at next week's slate of college football. Because y'all already know next week we're doing Ohio State. We're doing Texas. Don't show me just the top 25. Actually, start off. Let's start off by looking. No. Let's look at all the games for next week. James Madison, Louisville. Starting the week. Oh, no. Let me go to scoreboard real quick. Oh. Here we go. So start of the week with James Madison, Louisville. That could be a fun game. Louisville should run through that. I do expect James Madison to be competing for the Sun Belt, though. Wait, is this? Oh, I got this all mixed up. Here we go. Here we go. That's week 2. Excuse me. Week 1 officially starts. Texas, Ohio State. Ohio State got bet down to a 1.5 point favorite. I do have the lean at Ohio State just because it's in Columbus. Don't sleep on ODU. They gave South Carolina a run for their money opening week last year. The new look Florida State Seminoles take on Alabama. Iowa State taking on that's an okay South Dakota team. I'm not saying they're gonna challenge Iowa State, but it could be close early. The second slate, you're gonna have LSU Clemson. Oh, that won't be a neutral site game either. It's gonna be at Clemson. Yeah, Brian Kelly. I think he's yet to win a season opener for LSU, so RIP. Sunday's gonna it's just giving me the top 25. Here we go. My Hurricanes play Notre Dame. That's Sunday. I'm going to be doing my fantasy football draft, my big league, my big money fantasy football league. While hopefully watching the Hurricanes do something well. Oh, I guess Dylan Edwards got hurt. Okay, I thought they decided just not to go with him. Okay. I thought they benched him for the muff. But no, he got banged up on that play. That sucks. Auburn, Baylor, sneaky could be good. Georgia Tech, Colorado. All right, we got a handoff to Hansen here. Picks up 2-3. Let's see. Yeah, I guess for the most part, we have some huge matchups, but the rest is kind of cupcake here and there. Oh, Beck dropping back to pass, gets it to the tight end for the first down, baby. That's a Burkle. I'm excited to see how Utah does against UCLA. Has UCLA named? Hey, good luck on the banhammer, Kirito. Oh, quick slant for Eskelson. First down. Watch out. Rocco out here slinging. Oh yeah, TCU, North Carolina. I forgot that's going to be a thing next week too. Oh, Beck tossing it up. Touchdown! First blood. Iowa State. Tutty. First touchdown of the college football season is here. Let's go. "23-yard pass to over by. Rocco is draft eligible. I have him as an early day 3 pick right now. Just he feels like Brock Purdy. he kind of feels like Brock Purdy. Good command over the offense, but limited tools. You took Kansas State minus 3.5? Why would you take minus 3.5? You bet that down to minus 2.5, my friend. What does minus 3.5 do for you? Nothing. Because then if Kansas State wins by a field goal, you still lose. Hey, there's still a lot of game left to be played. Kansas State's offense has yet to really get up and running. Auburn, Baylor play each other a lot for some reason. I can think of like 3 times they played off the top of my head. Yeah. Salter, quarterback for Colorado. Do you think he goes? No, he's not going to the first round. Dude's built like a stick. There ain't no way Salter goes in the first round. Oh, man, this one's getting kicked out of bounds. So Kansas State's going to get good field position. You did a ton of underdog drafts this year, Kirito. Yeah, no. Salter was fighting to keep the job to was it the freshman? Because at Big 12 days, Deion brought both quarterbacks. But yeah, no, I don't have Salter as a. Oh, you took okay, Kirito. You took him on the money line. Okay, I feel he's more mobile than Purdy is. I think he's got a better arm. I don't know about that. I don't think. Like I know Purdy got a bit of a noodle for an arm, but I don't think Bex is that much different. Oh, we got a little trickery. Fake handoff from Brown. He's taking this one. He's inside the 40 down to about the 30 of Iowa State. Little trickery. Wide receiver reverse. Fake sweep. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it was like wide receiver. Yeah, the wide receiver motion back, took the snap, faked the handoff to Kansas State. Kansas State got caught trying to go fast and false start. Oh, well. That was Garrett Oakley with the false start. So it's going to be 1st and 15. I really liked Brock Purdy coming out. I mean, I think I still had him as a 4th or 5th round pick. Just because he had an not awful, but lackluster last 2 years at Iowa State. All right, Avery Johnson, fake the handoff, tries to toss it to the tight end, little inside, ends up going incomplete. Do you think Manning declares? Doesn't sound like he will, but I'm not going to be one of those guys says absolutely he's not declaring. Avery Johnson gives me Will Howard vibes. Yeah, I don't think he's got. I thought Will Howard had a bigger arm. All right, 2nd and 15. They're going to get the handoff. And Rice picking up a good chunk, maybe 7 yards to make it like a 3rd and 8. Sounds like they're giving it 9, so it's going to be like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. Yeah, but like some people are completely out on Manning declaring. I'm not. Until he actually decides to return, I'm going to be like, hey, the possibility is always there. Situations change, things change. Rice in motion. 2 run backs in the backfield. You get a handoff to Jackson. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. Let's see if they go for this one here. It's going to be 4th and 2. And the offense is staying out there. Man, they started off this drive with some fire, man. I like that. Wide receiver takes the snap. You have the quarterback in motion on like kind of a fake flea flicker. I just think the Manning family has a tradition of doing 4 years. Yes, but tradition, man. Traditions are meant to be broken at points. Not everything stays the same. And Kansas State looks like they're going to be calling a timeout. It's going to be officially a 4th and 1 at the Iowa State 23. If they decide to go for the field goal, it is a 41 yard field goal. I do lean that Arch Manning is returning. Because, I mean, the sample size is just so small as well. But, I mean, hey, what if he pops off, wins the national championship this year, wins the Heisman? Looks like he's ready for the NFL. Then it's like, I think that's going to go into, like, his decision. If he wants to come out or not. So, I'm not as close-minded to say, oh, no, absolutely, he's staying. But if you were going to ask me to lean one way or the other, he's probably staying. Lenore Sellers gives me Anthony Richardson, Jalen Milroe vibes, and I don't know how I feel about him. I think his game's more akin to Jalen Hurts when he was at Oklahoma. It's kind of a one read and run. But he does need to get better as a passer. They're going to hand it off to Joe Jackson, who picks up the first down and then some. I was actually just having this conversation with somebody in my comment section of the mock draft video, which, by the way, I have my preseason mock draft. It's out there. That people try to compare him to like Trey Lance or fake the handoff, gets fumbled, throw it away. Good decision by Avery Johnson there to get it out, live to see another down, don't lose yards. It's going to be 2nd and 10. But like Lenore Sellers isn't Anthony Richardson. He isn't Trey Lance. He's going to get a second full year to be the starter. He's going to have significantly more starting experience than both Trey Lance and Anthony Richardson combined after this season. A lot can change. He has the tools and the traits to be a first overall pick. He just does. Rice is in motion. They fake the sweep. Avery Johnson, gets tripped up, but able to stay on his feet for a few yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. And they're going to take this to the 2nd quarter, where Iowa State is up 7-0. I think Cade Klubnik is more Jalen Hurts-like, just more polished as a passer than Hurts was. Yeah, that's the thing. Hurts wasn't a great passer at Oklahoma. Like in Lincoln Riley's scheme, he was very much like, if your first read isn't open, use your wheels. And that's what Lenore Sellers is. Cade Klubnik, way more polished as a passer. Deep ball is pretty. Actually runs through progressions. Like, I don't see the connection to Jalen Hurts. There are more toolsy guys in this class. Drew Aller, Lenore Sellers, then Cade Klubnik. But I think the floor for Cade Klubnik is a whole lot better. I like Cade. I like Cade quite a bit. But there are definitely more toolsy guys that can go ahead of him just because of the tools. But I think Cade Klubnik has the best floor of any of the quarterbacks in this class. I think Hurts has more arm talent I think Norris has more arm talent than Hurts ever had, though. I agree. Opinion on Julian Sand? I have no opinion on Julian Sand. Until we see him play, I have no opinion. What opinion can I have on a guy that's has like 10 passing attempts in his career? What opinion can I have? Do you think anyone competes with Caleb to go first overall? I don't think Caleb Downs goes first overall. Safety's just not a position that goes first overall. I don't think we have a wide receiver that can maybe go first overall. We could talk about some of the edge talent. I think it's either going to be an edge. It's going to be a quarterback. Let's be honest. It's going to be a quarterback, guys. It's a better class than last year. It's going to be a quarterback that goes first overall. Caleb Downs, I think it might. I don't want to say it's a stretch because he is the best player in this class. But going going top 5 is still going to be kind of tough for Downs. Hot take: Miller Moss gets drafted ahead of Carson Beck. I don't think that's that hot. Miller Moss kind of got a raw deal at USC. And Carson Beck, dude, if he could rekindle some of that 2023 at Miami, I'm not saying he would go in the first. Limited tools, but I could see him at the back end of the third. I have him as an early day 3. Miller Moss is kind of in the same boat. Limited tools, but could show some consistency. Find himself early day 3. All right, Avery Johnson's 3rd and 4, taking the snap. Fakes the handoff to Joe Jackson. He's in there. That's a tutty. We got him. We about to have a tied game, boys and girls. About to have a tied ball game. There we go. That was the drive Kansas State needed. You got the big play to start the drive off, and then you were able to run it in to the end zone. Have you watched Baron Morton, Texas Tech? No. I didn't get a chance to watch him, unfortunately. But Texas Tech's got a lot of I got a lot of guys on my watch list from that Texas Tech team. I honestly think he has the potential to be one of the biggest risers this season. Better coaching staff, way better talent around him. Yeah, I mean, wasn't last year his first year being a full-time starter? I can't remember if he competed in 2023 or if it was injury knocked him out. Do you remember back when he was battling for the job with Donovan Wilson? That's a shot in the past, right? Let's see here. He arrived at Texas Tech in 2021. Played 9 games with 4 starts in 2022. 2023 was kind of his, played 10 games, 8 starts, but last year he was the full-time starter for the first time in his career. Thing is, man, his father, James, played running back for West Texas A&M and spent 2 years in the NFL. And he was actually Morton's head football coach, head coach at in high school, which is just kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. All right, here comes Rocco Beck. Oh yeah, I forgot Shuck was in town too. Yeah, Shuck had that unbelievable game, Texas Tech Oregon, that randomly hit the spread for me. Or we got a handoff to that Sama. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, taking it to the outside. Yeah, man. I don't know, Kiro. You might remember that. I needed like a turnover pick six type of thing, and I got the fumble six, right? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. I look for Hoover. Yeah, Josh Hoover is fun. Another guy kind of limited in his size and whatnot. Okay tools. Fun fact: his father is the CEO or something of a office panel company. Oh, trying to dump it to the tight end. Tight end did a little chip and leak, but just overthrew him. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. I was so heartbroken when Quentin Joyner tore his ACL. Oh, did that happen? No. Because he had some interesting metrics in terms of forced missed tackles coming into this year. I didn't know he tore his ACL. All right, Beck dropping back. Here comes the pressure again. It's a fumble. And I think Kansas State got on it. They did. Speaking of fumbles, Joyner, he had like 3 fumbles last year. That was the thing. I was like, oh. Yeah, did something like that happen for Auburn game? Or I think it was a bet where we were on the opposite sides and some miracle happened for you. It could have been when Milrow hit like that 4th and goal that was like 33 yards deep. Strip, sack, going the other way. Momentum. The pendulum has now hit the other way. Momentum is on the side of the Wildcats. Oh, they get it to Rice, but he loses about 2 to 3 yards. Austin Simmons, Ole Miss, I think will have a big year. I think he's draft eligible. He might be. I don't know. I didn't watch him because just not big enough sample size. But because what he had that maybe 1 or 2 drives against Georgia, though it looked good. But yeah, I kind of want to see him first in the role. Oh, Avery Johnson getting into his tight end close to the first down. It's going to be like a 3rd and 1. Oh, this happened a couple of days ago. Quentin Joyner tearing his ACL. Do you think Clemson can compete? Oh, yeah. Clemson 100% can compete for a championship this year. I think they are the easy front runners to win the ACC. Easy front runners. They're going to hand it off to Joe Jackson, who stopped around the line of scrimmage. Might be 4th and inches. Initial mark looks short. Oh, they hand off to Jackson. He stops short. That's turnover on downs. That's the turnover kazoo via turnover on downs. That's rough. That's rough. A bad year for a few schools in the SEC could have a massive coaching turnover. Yeah, like Oklahoma and Florida are kind of in must-win years. Though I think they have the talent to compete. That's why I'm pretty high on them. Auburn isn't kind of a must-win this year to some regard. I think they could go 8-4 and Hugh Freeze keeps his job. I don't know, Kirito. I think I would have gone. There's a better call you can make on 4th and inches. I don't know. You have Avery Johnson. How about you just quarterback sneak that sucker? I think I would have still gone for it, but I think that's just the play calling. So on the top of my head, those are the coaches on the hot seat. I guess technically Kalen DeBoer, because just Alabama has such a high bar for success, like high standard. So you could say if they're not in the college football playoff, maybe Kalen DeBoer gets the axe, but I doubt that, man. I think they're going to give him at least one more year. Oh, Brian Kelly. Yeah, no, yeah, Wyatt. That's a good call. I forgot about Brian Kelly. Well, I feel like he's going to lose the season opener because that's just what he does. Yeah, I guess you technically do have a lot of coaches on the hot seat. Oh, yeah, because I can't really think of guys like that in the like any coaches really on the hot seat in the Big Ten. Like you got uh Wisconsin's coach. Was it Feckle? I can't even recall his name. Former Cincinnati head coach. What about Oklahoma and Auburn coaches? Don't forget about them. I didn't. Those were actually, I think, 2 of the 3 coaches that I actually mentioned right off the rip. Hugh Freeze, Brent Venables. And then I threw in a little Billy Napier as well. Those were the first 3 coaches I mentioned. All right, fake handoff going on a quick, maybe like skinny post slant, but he misses his target. Just a little high. Kira says both of my schools have coaches that can recruit, but have yet to prove they can win. Sounds like Mario Cristobal to me. If Vandy's good again, I fully expect Clark Lee to get a bigger job somewhere. Possibly Beamer if one of the Blue Bloods open up. Yeah, dude, I love Beamer, man. I was a big fan of his father, and it's nice to see him doing well. Oh, that's a wow. Rocco Beck slinging that sucker. He threw with some velocity, trying to get it to Burkle. Yeah. Safety did a good job getting in there to break it up, though. But I like that throw from Beck. But we do have a 3rd and 10. Beck just going to throw it out to the running back, Hansen. Hansen breaking one tackle, but quickly wrapped up. They swarmed. Gets to about the 11. It's going to be 4th and 6. They're going to punt the ball. Should be good field position for the Wildcats. Oh, made that read too easy. Stared at him for like 5 seconds. Yeah, kind of had to, though, you know. Had pressure coming. Your eyes are going to focus in one area. Ooh, good punt, Lockett. Fair catch. Wildcats are going to get it at their own 41-42. Brett Lashley could get a bigger job if he has another good year. Same with Kenny. I don't think Dillingham's going to leave Arizona State. Lashley's going to be interesting. It does kind of depend what opens up. But it sounds like there could be a few SEC schools that open up. Shoot, can you imagine? I think Franklin and Penn State, his job could be up for grabs, man. If you don't see, they try to get it out to Bradley and ends up losing 2 yards. But like, yeah, if you're Franklin, it's like you have to make a significant push in the college football playoff. Like we saw last year with, I'm blanking on Ohio State's head coach's name. But we saw that, like, okay, you goofed. You didn't win the Big Ten, but winning a national championship gives you some leeway. NC State's kind of in a similar position. Rice, nice stiff arm to get outside, but Swarm doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. You're saying if Florida comes calling Kenny Dillingham isn't taking that? I think it would kind of be up for grabs, man. I don't know, man. If you get in a point where you're competing in the Big 12, I don't know if you take the job at Florida. All right, 3rd and 13. Johnson dropping back. There's a flag. They blow the play dead. Ryan Day. There we go. Ryan Day needs to beat Michigan. I don't think he needs to anymore. Like Ohio State, or at least maybe Ryan Day himself, is trying to spin the narrative. Hey, as long as we're competing for the Big Ten, consistently going to the college football playoff, making runs in the college football playoff, then that Michigan game just becomes another Big Ten game. Oh, they're calling delay a game on the defense. And Matt Campbell's losing it. All right. Avery Johnson wide open is a tight end. Is that Oakley? Yeah, he gets past the Iowa State 40. Wow, yeah. You had 3 different guys on that side for Iowa State just drop back. They're out there playing grass and not playing players. And quick out to the back. Oh, it's a live ball to Rice. They try for the little RB swing. He picks it back up and gets yards, so thank goodness. Kalen Moore did something very similar to Dillingham and left for Bama. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Florida isn't Bama. That's kind of the one knock, especially if Sam Leavitt gets drafted. I think Dillingham's gone. I don't know. I don't know what their recruiting's been like. I know they've done a good job with the transfer portal. I don't know what the recruiting has looked like, though, for Arizona State under Dillingham. And they're going to hand off to Joe Jackson with the wide open. Holy fumbles it. What the hell? Oh, huge gain. What is that? Like the fourth official turnover, official fumble. And then you also had a turnover on downs. Oh, wow. You're holding that like a bread basket. Or a loaf of bread, excuse me. It wasn't even the most like meanest like rip or anything. You just got hit hard and the ball went. Not even hit that hard. Oh. Florida, Oklahoma, Auburn, LSU. Those are the schools with massive boosters in talent-rich areas. Plus Florida give out massive contracts to coaches. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I could see the allure for Dillingham if he wants to go elsewhere, but I don't know, man. He's going into his third year of Arizona State. Does it feel early to leave? Maybe. No, I don't think Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss. Because Lane Kiffin has been just... Ole Miss is content with him being mid. That's the unfortunate thing. And Ole Miss, like, if you could stick around and be like, hey, we could be an 8-9 win team, contend in the SEC, and we're just kind of cool with you being here. Like, the expectations at other places are just so much higher. And I think Lane Kiffin's content with that. I don't think Lane Kiffin's moving anywhere. Especially Florida, where, honestly, the fuse has been short. The leash has been short for head coaches. Like, no one thought Billy Napier was going to survive the year last year. So, I don't know. Does Lane Kiffin want that type of stress? Yeah, I agree with Kirito here. I think Lane and Ole Miss are right for each other because they're content with just being middle of the road. And I don't think middle of the road is fair because I'm not saying like 500. I think, hey, Lane, if you get us 8-9 wins, yeah, bro, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And like straight up, it's kind of like a Mike Tomlin situation. So we've had 3 fumbles. The muff, the red zone fumble for Iowa State, strip sack, and now Joe Jackson with the massive gain, easy first down, and then just all just coming out. Kirito, Broshmo, who would even take over the job if DeBoer gets fired? I can't think of a single coach that can outcoach DeBoer that isn't a top school. I know, right? Oh, that was a good pass. Kind of floated for a little bit. Gave time to the corner to get back downhill to contest. We're going to get 2nd and 10. I would love to see Matt Campbell. Like, Matt Campbell's a good coach. I don't think he's going anywhere. Marcus Freeman, I think, deserves a power 4 job. I mean, Notre Dame, I get it. They're a powerhouse, right? They're kind of a pseudo power 4 team. Oh, they hand off to Sama, who has the edge, gets the first down. Thrown out of bounds. No late hit, no flags. Oh, dude, and they are surrounding Romaine. And Matt Campbell's in the face of him. Oh, that's hilarious. Dude, I love Matt Campbell. Matt Campbell's a sick coach. Maybe it's just coaches with the last name Campbell, because Dan Campbell's kind of my guy, too. That's a good question, Kirito. Who would take that Bama job? Who would Bama pursue? Because it'd have to be an established guy, right? Do you think Jim Knowles? Because that defense is going to be good at Penn State. Think Jim Knowles gets a head coaching nod? Oh, here comes the blitz. Rocco gets away, picks up about 8 yards there on the scramble. Maybe an NFL coach. I don't know. What NFL is going to drop? Like, what NFL coach drops back to the college ranks? Kingsbury's about to get a head coaching job after this season, probably. Or Notre Dame thing put out by the SEC was funny. Yeah. Play action, Rocco. Oh, dropped by was that the tight end? Oh, well, it certainly was the tight end. Dang, dude. Wide open, just missed, just dropped it. Rhett Lashley to Alabama. Whew, that's a tall order. 3rd and 2, they hand off to Sama, who might be short by a yard. It's going to be at the 36. It's going to be 4th and 1. Do they go for it? Probably. Yeah, that's the thing about Notre Dame. You could go 10 and 2, and just because your strength of schedule is not going to be great compared to like the Big Ten or the SEC, you could lose 2 and you're not making the playoffs. Like, Notre Dame almost has to be they only could lose 1 game and be okay and actually make the playoff. You lose 2, then you're in trouble. Good luck, Godspeed. So they're reviewing, I'm assuming the placement of the ball. So we're getting a review. But if you're Marcus Freeman, to me, the idea of moving to a power 4 where there's a good chance you could you can definitely get in with only 2 losses. And now like 3 losses could be a thing because now you have the SEC move into a 9-game conference schedule. So I don't know why I'm waiting to say Al Harris. Isn't Al Harris still in the NFL? Hold on. I guess we're talking. Yeah, we're talking NFL coaches that can maybe jump back to college. Like even Todd Monken probably gets a head coaching nod. Yeah. Al Harris is with the Bears right now. Yeah, so Al Harris he's gonna stick in the NFL. He's gonna be a DC the next couple of years probably. Oh, let's see. Like Joe Brady, no, he's gonna stick around the NFL. He's gonna be another guy that gets head coaching opportunities after this season. So Alabama is certainly, if they go with a new head coach, it's going to be someone from college football. Lashley does make sense, though. Do you think if things go south in Houston, D'Amico gets the can from the Texans, and maybe he gets a bid to be Alabama's next head coach. That could be wild. Are there any names better than Kalen? Well, that's the thing. It doesn't even necessarily have to be better than Kalen. It's just like, if you don't meet the expectation, and Alabama has a very high expectation, I think they'd be willing to move and look for a guy. All right, 4th and a yard. Here it comes. Oh, they're breaking out into shotgun. 5 wide, 3 down low. Tight end in motion, and it's a run, and he's got it. Rocco got it. Oh, Joe Summerall from Tulane. If they want to do a shocker, that would be a shocker. First, you got to prove you can win a conference, I think, a conference title at Tulane. Handoff to Sama, and he is stuffed. Kansas State, take notes. I don't know what Jim Knowles' alma mater is. I don't know what his background is, but I think he could be. Oh, Rocco dropping back. Go, gets it inside. It's about the 31. That's to the tight end, Benjamin Bralmer, that I mentioned earlier. Bramer. Is that how you say it? Bramer? I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Okay, so Knowles graduated from Cornell. And the furthest, well, he was a run game coordinator, linebackers coach at Ole Miss for a year. DC at Duke, DC at Oklahoma State, then Ohio State, and then Penn State. I could see him getting a head coaching nod. I think that could be a decent shout out. Dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Rocco getting out of dodge and misses his receiver coming back on the comeback. Corner or wide receiver was looking for it outside. Rocco, he's scrambling. He throws it inside. Lincoln Riley would probably be the guy if he wasn't scared of the SEC. No, I think Lincoln Riley kind of has a little bit of stank on his name right now just because he's been unable to turn USC around. Top of that, I feel like Alabama might go back with the defensive coaching tree, you know? Oh, Beck gets it over the middle on a drag, but the ball jarred loose. Would have been short of the sticks anyway, so 4th and 9. Mike Gundy, if he has another good, Mike Gundy he's stuck at Oklahoma State. I don't know. Oklahoma State, he might be on the chopping block with another down here at Oklahoma State. Last year, and the year before, or no, it was last year, it was just unbearably bad for Gundy. I mean, I'm sure he's fine, but. All right, here comes our first field goal of the college football year. And it's wide right. No good. Yeah, I don't think Mike Gundy is a name that you want on your coaching candidate list. And I like Gundy. Oh, yeah, the snap wasn't great. Kickers aren't people. Oh my gosh. Kirito. All right, we got pistol formation for Kansas State. And they're going to hand it back off to Joe Jackson. He picks up about 4 yards. Dave Aranda fits the defensive guy profile. That isn't a big school, just doesn't have the accolades yet. Yeah, Baylor's been a tough turnaround for Aranda, unfortunately. This could be a year Baylor, I think Baylor's going to be solid this year. They're probably an 8-4 team. If things go well with Sawyer Robertson, they have the offense too. Washington looked good. Fake the handoff. Johnson dropping back, going a little deep on the comeback, but that ball hanged. Look at this, dude. This ball just hanged out there. I like Aranda. I don't know if he gets a high-profile coaching job like that, though. I could see him returning maybe to LSU if things go south with Brian Kelly. I could see that. All right, 3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure. He guns it out to his running back in the flat for the first down. Oh, man, I feel like my seat just dropped. I don't know why. I thought Gojo was in here. Mike Elko, but he had... Yeah, no, Mike Elko ain't going nowhere. Who do you think will be the worst team in each conference? Ooh. Give me a sec. 1st and 10. Handoff to Rice. Picks up about... Oh! Keeps the feet churning. Love to see it. Turned what could have been a 2-yard gain into a 4-yard gain. Purdue's an easy one for the Big Ten just because they're in a rebuild. Mississippi State probably still sits at the bottom of the SEC. It's just a rebuild. Looks like Dylan Edwards is out for this game. He's on the sideline with a towel on his head. What would be the Big Ten team? They fake the handoff to Rice. Avery Johnson keeps it. Good gain. There is a late flag. Dan Lannon does the unthinkable. Oh, no. I don't think Dan Lannon would leave. Who would be the ACC? Like Wake Forest and Virginia are in the run in there. And Holden on the offense. Who would it be in the Big 12? Like, who's bad in the Big 12? That's the thing. There's not, the Big 12 is very good. Man, I'm having a hard time thinking they're just a bad Big 12 team. What, maybe Cincinnati? But they have talent. I don't think it's Central Florida. I don't think it's Houston. I don't think it's BYU. But then we're looking at teams that I think are better than those teams. Syracuse could have a big fall in the ACC. They lost a lot of talent. I do want to take a quick gander now. Houston is the team you're looking for. Yeah, but they got Connor Wegman there. They're not terrible. Oh, yeah. Did I mention Stanford? I should have mentioned Stanford for the ACC. Arizona, I think, has a chance to be really bad this year in the Big 12. I think Oklahoma State will be better. They're going to be a mid team. West Virginia, their first year of Rich Rod. I guess it does come down to Houston and Central Florida and Cincinnati. Those are the teams. Northwestern could be pretty bad this year too. UCLA. So those are like 3 teams that stand out to me for the Big Ten. Arizona is a good pool. That's what I'm here for. Good pools. Yeah, they're in the midst of kind of a rebuild, which kind of sucks for Fafita. I don't like Colorado. Also, I think coaching without Shadur could be an adjustment for Dion. I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. Will they be good? No, I think they're going to be like a 7-8 win team. Can't think of a single player on that team. Central Florida was the school I thought of. Malachi Lawrence is really good for Central Florida. But yeah, that's probably the shout out. Yeah. Utah, Kansas had a bad season last year. Yeah, no, but they're rebounding. Those are going to be 2 teams that outperform what they did last year. Especially if Jalen Daniels can stay healthy. I think Kansas is probably a 7 or an 8 win team. Utah, I think, claps back. I think they're going to be a 9 win team. They brought in New Mexico offensive coordinator along with the New Mexico quarterback in Devin Dampier. I think the offense is going to look much better. The defense is always good for Utah. I think Utah will be contending for the Big 12 this year. Oh, man, this is going to be dude, every year's a good year in college football, dude. Next year, we expand to a 9-game conference schedule for the SEC. Every year's a good year in college football. College football is the best sport ever created. I'm sorry, NFL. You don't have the atmosphere. You don't have the moments, the excitement of college football. You just don't. It just means more in college football. And I love the NFL. But college football is my soulmate. If I had a spirit animal, it would be college football. Georgia Tech has an easy schedule besides playing Clemson and Georgia. Yeah, Georgia Tech should go on a roll. That's a good squad too. Very well coached. We didn't even bring up him as a potential candidate going elsewhere. All right, they're only rushing 3 on 3rd and 8 and wide open in the middle. That is Jace Brown. Oh, we're inside 2 minutes. I didn't even realize that. We got stoppage here. I don't know why, but Kansas State is at the Iowa State 42. Oh, man. K-State's coach is losing it. He was like, hey, man, we wanted that tempo. Why are you giving the defense a breather? So they continue to only rush 3. Oh, I thought Avery was trying to get it to his running back on the little angle route, but actually throws it out to the wide receiver on a little like hitch. Dropping back again. Another little out route. Gets out of bounds at the 31. All right, Avery Johnson dropping back. Here comes the blitz. He just throws that sucker away. I don't see a wide receiver in the area. Oh, sounds like people might want to flag. Yep, there's the flag. You know, if you, yeah, they're going to do intentional grounding. Got to thank Georgia Tech for Romello Heights. You know, if Johnson was able to get his foot in, he had a guy in the end, like head into the end zone. Because they had Trips up top. That middleman in Trips was kind of running like a 9. $52 seconds left. 2nd and 22. They are at the Iowa State 42. Okay, they're taking it back to a minute 2. Dublin, Shannon, let's go Cyclones. All right, Avery dropping back, more pressure, going outside. I don't know what the heck that was. Trying to get to Jace Brown, but kind of overthrew it. But also, Jeremiah Cooper almost got up and picked that off. Oh, yeah, if he caught that, he was in bounds, too. Come on, Avery Johnson. Don't be doing this. Don't be throwing these dangerous passes out there. All right, they're giving them a lot of room here on 3rd and 22, and they're just going to run the screen. Gets it out to Rice. They lose a yard. They're going to have to punt it. Does Iowa State call a timeout? I imagine they do. No, they're going to let the clock run. Huh. Oh, no timeout for Iowa State. I guess they just want to take this into the half. But Kansas State gets the ball at half, don't they? And I mean, what are you going to do with What are you going to do with 9 seconds and 2 timeouts? Okay, that's weird. I don't love that call by Matt Campbell. Here comes the punt. We're going to get a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
And it looks like we're just going to need to take this into half. And there it is, 7-7 at half. A bit of a sloppy first half for the offenses. Rocco Beck, 6 of 15 for 78 yards and a touchdown. Avery Johnson, 9 of 14 for 60 yards. I mean, Iowa State really only had that one drive. I mean, I still favor Kansas State in this game thus far. I feel like they've had the better field position when they weren't shooting themselves in the foot. And they've got it a little bit more on the ground going compared to Iowa State. Hey, Daniel Scott, pick 6, former California safety who popped off at the combine. I remember you, Daniel Scott. It's nice to see you doing well. Woof, woof, woof. I hope both teams take care of the ball in the second half because that was rough. Yeah, I mean, it's wet and wild. I think after those first 3 fumbles, both teams cleaned it up for the most part. The Joe Jackson fumble was just bad. Oh, man. That's the sad thing about week 0. I wish there was more football going on. Oh, Isaac Tesla. Nice touchdown grab against Houston. Hits the worm. Man, it's crazy. Are you gonna watch the rest of the games today? I think I'll probably watch Fresno State, Kansas. I'll have that going on like on the side while I'm out and about, but I'll probably go to bed to Hawaii Stanford. I'll have that on in the background because it's just nice to have meaningful football, and that's just not preseason. I get it, guys are fighting for jobs and whatnot, but these guys fighting for jobs aren't going to play big roles for the most part in the season, NFL season. So I'm just not into that. I'm just not into. I guess I'm just not into preseason football like that. Gotta wait till next week to become a complete degenerate. Yeah, for real though. All right, let me give a shout out to our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Check the link in the description. With the football season, guys, we're like a week away. College football just kicked off right now. So legitimately, football season's here. If you want to get in on the action, a great place to do that is Underdog Fantasy. Whether it's best ball, higher or lower on player props, shoot. If you're like, I'm not the biggest football guy, I don't know why you're watching this channel. But guess what? They do baseball. They do every sport. And baseball, we're about to get to the playoffs in about another month or so. So get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Broshmo. They match that first deposit up to $1,000 reduce. As always, play responsibly and play within your means. Yep, CJ Carr gets the starting job in Notre Dame. Very nice, very nice. Oh, next weekend, as far as content, me and Alex are gonna get together. Hail Mary Sports. We're gonna record a 3-round mock draft just to see. I want to see who's he got on his like top 100. Same with him. Who do I have? See how that breaks down. Again, mock drafts is this early in the process. We're not sure we're talking about potential fits and whatnot, but it's more so, okay, who are you high on? Who am I high on? Who are guys we should be watching? Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna have that on Monday. Yeah, another year of Broshmo streams. We're here for it, baby. I think next week I'm gonna try. I think next week I'm gonna be. I might do it on Twitter as well, or X, whatever the hell you want to call it. You don't know any of these guys that they're talking about? CJ Carr is David Carr's son. So there you go, Kirito. But I think next week we're gonna try and do it on the Twitter, on the X as well. I'm gonna have to see how to set that up. Not how to set up the streams, but how to set it up on Streamlabs so it looks okay at least. So ought to be a good year of college football. I will do like a 100% honest power rankings for the NFL next week. Maybe we'll do like a week 0 guys that stood out, prospect stock report. So David Carr is old enough to have a son in college. I'm pretty sure that's his son. Remember, David Carr was in the NFL in like what, 2000, 2002? So it's been like almost a decade. The dude's probably 40. Blah blah blah. Carr's. Oh, my bad. Lloyd Carr. His grandfather is Lloyd Carr. Did I say David Carr? Crap. But David Carr should have kids. David Carr not as old as I thought. Lloyd Carr. Got my cars confused. Dude, David Carr is 46. Yeah. He should have a son if he has a son. That son, let's say he started having kids at 30. That sounds about right. I guess his son would be 16 years old, so. Yeah, that's on me, guys. That's on me. It's former Michigan head coach Lloyd Carr is the grandfather of CJ Carr. Dude, I just see that Carr name and I'm just like, yeah. Let's see. David Carr does have 5 children. Wildly enough, 3 of them have been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I guess that David Carr had diabetes like that. That's interesting. His uncle was a tight end for the Bucks and the Raiders and the Niners back in the 70s. Okay. Some more so I'm looking at about his children. But yeah, David Carr's got 5 stinking children. So I'm too short if I can't include Gojo or Aquila. I'm too short on children. Can you go over your favorites for awards this year? For college football, that's a little tougher. For the NFL, I don't think I've really thought about it like that. I mean, you got to imagine MVP probably comes down to the likes of if we could get a healthy Burrow or Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Is there anyone on the outside looking in? Because you'd imagine it has to be a quarterback. Jaden Daniels, maybe he's ready. Natty winner. Well, I already did my Natty winner. I already did that. I was down between Clemson and Texas. Heisman. Feel like it's going to be a quarterback. So let's say Arch. Let's say Lenoris. Jeremiah Smith, but I don't know. You have to have a really, really special year. He's going to win the Blicknikoff. Who wins the John Mackey? I don't know. I like to think Kenyon Sadiq is going to pop off this year for Oregon. Maxwell. I mean, it comes down to which quarterback do I think is going to pop off. I think Cade Klubnik's going to have a good year. So I think if like an Arch or Sellers wins the Heisman, then Cade probably gets in on the Maxwell. What is it? What is the running back award? Is it the Doak? Can't remember, but running back. Ooh, Jeremiah Love's probably the easy one to go with. Who's going to pop off at the running back position, though? Because, I mean, you have a split backfield with the Penn State guys, so I don't think they win it. Garrett Nussmeier wins the Heisman? Maybe. Doesn't the NFL have an offensive line award now? Do they? Good. Good. These offensive linemen need to get more love. I think my boy Poncho from Oregon is going to win the Remington. Who outside of Jeremiah Love? Maybe Jonah Coleman makes a run for top running back. Let's see. Let's do defense. Ooh, it's got to be Caleb Downs. I love Downs. He's amazing. Maybe you get a high sack guy. Maybe like David Bailey, TJ Parker are going to be high sack guys probably. Linebacker. Yo, my heart says something. So I like Whit Weeks. So I think Whit Weeks might be the best linebacker in the country, just from an instincts perspective. Oh, David Bailey mentioned. Yeah, David Bailey's nice, man. Jaden Daniels could also run the football. That was kind of the difference there. Okay. Muchas gracias. Ooh, baby. Oh, I should have got a napkin, dude. Esmar has an actual start running back. Yeah, that's not gonna help him win awards. All right. I think we're wrapping up the halftime report. How are the kids? Saw one of your kids graduate kindergarten, right? Yep, she's in first grade now. My little Ari, dude. Sinking love Ari. The kid's amazing. She's got a heart of gold. Kindest kid you'll ever meet. And then her little sister Liv has no faith in humanity and wants to see the world burn. And then of course, I have my son, little Ronnie. Named him after my father, the man who got me into football. And he's a little goofball. Open up the pass game. Only deep balls because we got speed at receiver. And size. Nick Anderson gives you size too. I love Aaron Anderson a lot. I think it's Aaron Anderson. That's his name, right? I loved watching his tape. They have Chris Hilton. He's got speed, but he hasn't really produced. Zion Thomas had moments last year. I didn't do a full eval of Zion Thomas, but I do recall watching him last year. Feeling like, I guess he's just like thick. I thought he was bigger than what his actual listing is. Baron, what is it? Baron Brown? Coming from Kentucky gives them a really good return man and just more speed. So, yeah, they got speed for days. Six eight at tight end. Ugh. Bear Sharp, who is underrated, just a good do-it-all tight end. Yeah, I know why you're up on the LSU train, man. I think they're going to be really good this year. I have them just missing the college football playoff. Uh, Green played receiver one game last year when everyone was hurt. Did he? What players are you most excited to watch this season? Lenora Sellers is an easy one, low key. I think in terms of offense and defense, outside of Ohio State, South Carolina has the most exciting duo in Dylan Stewart and Lenora Sellers. I'm excited to see Nick Harbor. I want to see him expand, dude. I want to see it. Because I think he's got the want. He's got the dog in him. Because last year, he did a lot of what was asked of him. Like, they were like, hey, you go out. We need you to clear. Make space underneath so we can get some of the short game going. And he did it, no questions asked. He was out there running his butt off. And then he would come back and make blocks. Like, the want in this dude is there. I'm excited for a lot of the quarterbacks. Obviously, Levitt, Tyson, that's a great duo. I'm excited to see how the wide receiver room for Penn State does. They have guys that I like in Pena from Syracuse and Hudson from USC, Ross from Troy. Kenyon Sadiq, dude, I'm stupid high on. I think an insane athlete and could be a legit game changer. Let's see how it looks this year now with Terrence Ferguson in the NFL. Jonah Coleman's a guy that I really like. He's just that build that I like at running back. When it comes to defense, Caleb Downs is amazing. Yeah, but I'm curious to see when McCoy is able to return from the ACL. I'm a big Abney fan from Arizona State. D'Angelo Pons, if he wasn't like 5'7", 5'8", 170, then he'd probably be a first round corner because he just plays with that dog in him. Gunnar Stockton, I want to see how this dude plays for freaking Georgia. I'm curious. Miami, I wish there was more to be excited about. Like college football, there's just so much I can't wait to see. I want to see DJ Pickett. He's a 6'5" DB, true freshman at LSU, who's probably going to play as a true freshman. Nice. All right. There's the kickoff. We're back, baby. I'm excited to see what players break out and become names that we might see in this year's draft. I'm always excited to see these players who, they weren't on my watch list. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Kansas State taking it at their own 20. Avery Johnson trying to dump it off to Joe Jackson out of the backfield, and it is batted. Was it Easy Agu? That's his second batted pass of the game, man. Let's go. Kirito says, I hope we have a Xavier Leggett type guy this year. Yeah, Xavier Leggett was fun. Xavier Leggett. All right, we got Joe Jackson lined up. And they fake the handoff. Avery Johnson's going to take it. He breaks it outside. Lowers the shoulder. That's going to make for, what, a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2? Nice little run. Nice little keeper there. That's what I'm saying. I want to see Avery Johnson use his legs more. And not like, I want to see him scramble more. I want to see them actually design stuff up for him. Do you remember that watch along? Oh, absolutely. South Carolina, North Carolina. Who's this big boy? Because Juice Wells went down with the ankle injury he was struggling with during the offseason. That was a phenomenal moment. It's when Leggett became a my guy. Johnson, quick little RPO, and it looks like they're going to be short. Trying to get a little quick pass to get out, sneak the first down. Good stop by Iowa State. AJ Halsey, yeah, he's on my watch list. Didn't get around to him though. Think it was week. Yeah, Kirito. I know what it was. Yo, remember, was it last year? I kept picking the worst games, man. Utah, Oklahoma State. Oh, was that last year? That was such a drag. Ooh. Hanson almost misplayed that punt return, let it drop, and he almost jumped right into it. Could have been a muff. Got lucky. Yeah, Gunnar Helm was kind of like that because we did the Michigan-Texas watch along. It's like, okay, got to add Gunnar Helm to my list. Obviously, didn't have the type of draft process that Leggett did, but still. Yeah, I do a good job of picking blowouts for my watch-alongs. This year, hopefully that's not the case. I mean, dude, RA, we're off to a rocket start. 7-7 game. Last year I had Florida State Georgia Tech, which was a good game. Beck faking, going deep. Taking a shot, hits the back of the corner. Trying to go to OL deep. Hits the back of the corner. I mean, we got Texas, Ohio State next week. If that's a blowout, what can I do about it? That's the game to watch. To be fair, we did Georgia, Alabama. We thought it was another blowout. We made jokes about it being another blowout that I picked. And it ended up being super excited in the second half. All right, we got 2nd and 10. I expect to see a handoff here, probably, right? Nope. They're going to go with, oh, here comes the pressure, and he's sacked. Dude, Osasami. Let's pull up his analytics because he has popped off this game. Osasami. Who was the biggest? Why'd you announce you're going to draft that guy? A guy who should have stayed but came out anyway and it backfired. Who was that Penn State corner? Kalen Keene or something? Oh, here comes the pressure again. Rocco Beck. He's going to tuck it and run. And yeah, it was 3rd and 21. What are you going to do? 3 and out for Iowa State. After the big sack, Rocco tucks it, runs, wasn't going to get it. I think it was Kalen Keene. Dude should have stayed, man. Should have stayed, but came out anyway. Yeah, I think it was him. No, JJ McCarthy. I think JJ McCarthy coming out was smart. I mean, dude ends up being a top 10 pick. He got picked at 10, right? Or was it at 11? Might have been at 11. I remember you had the Vikings and Jets trade. Because I think what? Oh, there's a flag on the punt. All right. I want to see if I can find this. Oh, no flag. Timeout on the field. Okay, here he is. Toby Osunsami. PFF got him listed at 6'3", 250. He was basically a rotation player last year, but he had 30 pressures and 4 sacks. Biggest game of the year for him. Like, he had good game against Arizona, good game against Kansas, good game against Rutgers. He had 9 hurries, so he was getting to the quarterback. Oh, excuse me, 17 hurries, 9 hits on the quarterback, but that only turned into 4 sacks. So Isaiah Bond or Quinn? No, I get why Bond came out though. And Quinn, it made sense. He already stayed the year. Yo, Toby Osunsami, dude, my friend, you are getting added to the list today, bro. He has popped off this game. He had a pass rush win rate of 13.2%. That's not terrible. True pass rush win rate of 18.3. You kind of wanted over 20, but last year he was a rotation player. Homie's getting added to the list. He has been disruptive. Quinn couldn't get to the NFL fast enough. Like, get out of the way. Yeah, no. Emory Jones, I think, is a good shout out. Emory Jones makes sense to me. Cameron Williams also makes sense to me. I don't think he would have fallen that far. It was, I think something popped up at the combine with his knee, and that's why he fell to the 6th round or something. All right. Let's look for Toby Osunsami? Oh, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this sucker. Sorry, I'm just out here tweeting or posting, whatever they call it. All right, I'm going to have a Chris Jericho gimmick this year. If you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm saying. Or at least you will know what I'm saying. I'm going to be doing this thing where I go on X, and if a guy catches my eye during a game, I'm going to find a highlight of him. And I'm going to tell him, you just made the watch list. Come on, dude. That gimmick was great like 7-8 years ago. Did Trevor Etienne have another year, or am I tripping? I think he had another year of eligibility. Yeah, no, because he decided to initially come back, and then he actually, what do you call it? Declared. Handoff to Joe Jackson, first down, easy. Be sure you're holding that freaking football. I love the build of this Joe Jackson cat. Didn't love that fumble in the first half. But I love the build. He's muscular. Yeah, Etienne, he was initially going to the Senior Bowl. Then it was listed around that he was going to return. And then I think a week before it was like, oh no, he's going to the Senior Bowl. He's declaring. All right, we got trips. Excuse me, up top. Running back to the left of Avery Johnson. Johnson dropping back, looking around. Run! No, he's going to chuck it. Nice little check down to Bradley. Gets the first down. Not bad. I thought he had room to run, but the pass, it was good. It was a good pass. Good choice. But yeah, this may have been the best protection Avery Johnson had. Oh, quick play. Gets it out to Brown. Can't make the first guy miss, though. Trevor Etienne is with the Panthers. He was drafted in like the 4th or 5th round. All right, it's going to be 2nd and 1 after the quick play. Don't run. Take a shot. It's 2nd and 1. That's makeable. Take a shot. Wide receiver in motion. And fake the handoff. Fake the reverse. Over the top to the tight end. That's Oakley? No, it's Lofton. I like that. I like that. Fake the run. It's 2nd and 1. Take a shot. Got a nice chunk play there. Yo, look at this. First game of the year. Gamecast is already all screwed up. All right, they're inside the 40 at the 34. Running back in motion. Empty backfield for Avery Johnson. He's looking to run it. Design quarterback run. Picks up like a yard. I thought Milrose should have stayed another year. I don't think Milroe had another year. He might have had another year of eligibility if he was like a grad transfer. I think his eligibility at Alabama might have been out. Ooh, faking the run. Got the reverse to Brown. Remember, Brown had the big play on the reverse, but not this time. They're actually going to lose yardage. And that's Jeremiah Cooper coming up making a play. Let's go. All right, we got 3rd and 3, 3rd and long. I also thought Ewers should have stayed and transferred. Yeah, he should have transferred. I think he. Yeah, I think transferring would have been smart because it was ups and downs with him. And I mean, he ends up going to the 7th round. All right, Johnson going with the quick game, gets it out to the tight end. That is Oakley this time. Good tackle by the defender, Neal Jr. Helmet coming off, but they're going to be short. It's going to be a long field goal if they want to take it. We've only had one field goal attempt this game. And it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 8. Ooh. Not a lot of confidence in our field goal kickers. I think Kansas State they have a new field goal kicker in this year, new place kicker. So maybe they're not confident in their new kicker, but Avery Johnson looking around, he's scrambling, he's pointing. He throws it, tries to get it to his wide receiver. It was in his hands. It was a good pass. But couldn't hang on. Got hit with a little bit of contact, but that should have been a catch. Should have been a first down. That was a good throw by Avery. I thought Mizzou would have been a good landing spot for him if the big schools weren't interested in him. I mean, Mizzou's kind of, you're an SEC school. By right, you are a big school. Can you imagine Quinn Ewers returning to Ohio State? That would have been so wild. I don't even think they'd welcome him back. But I think if you're Quinn Ewers, like, it felt like you had to come out, right? Unless you got like good NIL money. But I don't think, because actually Mizzou, I don't think would have been a good landing spot because he would have had to compete. Because remember, probably would have lost the job to Sand. I don't know. I don't know how good the Sand cat is. I know he was a high recruit, but sometimes that doesn't mean much in college football. You got what, Malachi Nelson jumping around. Did he win the starting job somewhere though? Mizzou already brought in Penn State's backup quarterback. Because if you remember, he was kind of the backup quarterback for Penn State. He knew he was going to transfer because he knew Drew Aller was going to return. Or at least, no. He didn't know if Drew Aller was going to return, but he knew that was in the cards. And it was like, hey, if I'm not going to be the quarterback here next year, I need to go transfer because I want to play. So he was forced in this situation where he had to transfer before the college football playoff. And it sucked. So they need to do something about that. You can't have like guys that want to play but know that they're transferring. You got to do something about that. But yeah, Quinn Ewers would have been competing with, what is it? It's like Brett Pegler or something. Pegla. I don't know. I can't remember his name. I don't even know if he won the job at Mizzou. He split reps with the backup for Mizzou from last year in week 1, I think. Oh, okay. Nelson's at UTEP? Oh, okay. Woof, woof, woof. So is next week Lee Corso's why are they having his final show at the beginning of the college football year? I mean, hey, I'm all for Lee Corso finally calling it quits. For the last couple of years, it's kind of been sad watching them roll him out there. Just because, like, you dude's old, man. Let him rest. He's put in the work. I love Lee Corso. He's my dude. Can I get a nippity nap? What is this? This is not what I was expecting. I don't know, bacon and something. I wasn't expecting pizza and then bacon cheese fries. I'm not saying I'm disappointed or mad, but it was like my brain was here and you went here. I'm cool with it. I like it. I mean, how can I be mad with bacon, cheese fries, and pizza? I'm just saying I was a little shocked for breakfast. Yeah, but I mean, I only had a bowl of cereal for breakfast, so I had Fruit Loops. What a pleasant surprise. All right. It's 2nd and 8. Here comes the pressure again, but Beck gets it out. That's Townsend with the first down. Kirdo says, what sucks is they didn't get the Texas Ohio State game. No? What game are they doing then? LSU Clemson? How do they not get the Texas Ohio State game? Hot take, Oklahoma, Michigan is going to be better than Ohio State versus Texas. That is a hot take. All right, handoff. This is Sama picks up about a yard. To be fair, Oklahoma and Michigan is going to be what, later in the year? It's going to be like week 4 or something. Actually, I don't know when they face off with one another. Oh, Kirito. I didn't tiptoe any tightrope. When you've been married as long as I have, you can have conversations and you can have disagreements. I was just saying, I expected one thing. Oh, here comes pressure. Beck. He's scrambling. He's close to the first down. I'm just saying that I wasn't expecting that in my head. I was like, it's still breakfast time for me. I mean, it's 11 o'clock my time, 11:20. I guess it's more closer to lunch than it's breakfast. But she said she was making bacon, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm down for some bacon. I don't know what she was going to pair it with. And it was just like, oh, I wasn't expecting this at all. I mean, it's going to be delicious. It's pizza. It's bacon cheese fries. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, didn't see it coming. Plus, I know how to get to my wife. She knows how to get to me. We're fine. As she hands me the divorce papers. Timeout, Iowa State. It's a 3rd and 4. We're still a 7-7 ball game with 4:33 left to play in the third. I don't know, man. I don't know about Oklahoma, Michigan. Because, like, how exciting is Michigan's offense going to be, you know? I don't know. With the new quarterback, are we going to see a little bit of the same, at least early on, that we saw last year? To be fair, these are Lucky Wishbone fries, and they kind of slap. I would say, going back to me being surprised by the food I just received. It's like going to a Chinese restaurant and you're like, give me the best thing on the menu. And then they hand you pasta and meatballs. And you're like, huh, I'm not mad at it. Pasta, meatballs, delicious. Didn't see that coming. That's where I'm at. That's interesting. I don't know if that's happened to be before. Wait, I think both Big Noon and College Game Day are at Texas and Ohio State. That is interesting. Okay. I'm like, yeah, how is College Game Day not doing Texas Ohio State? That makes no sense to me. Iowa State plus 2.5 is looking good. I mean, dude, this game, it's a tight game. It's looking good both ways. Like if Kansas State can win this game 10-7. I need to see more life from that Kansas State offense. I thought they were trending in the right direction, and it hasn't felt that way to open this half. That is interesting. So I am curious. Then where are they going to set up Big Noon and then College Game Day? Yeah, it's in Columbus, so that's going to be interesting. Like, where are they going to have these guys stationed? I said I like Iowa State defense better, and they've been really good. Kansas State's defense has been really good in this game, too. I would say the pass rush has been way better for Kansas State, or maybe that's more of a reflection of the offensive line of Iowa State. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. And they're going to hand it off to Sama. Oh, it's close. It's close. It looks like they're going to spot him short. It's going to be 4th and 1. Do they go for it? Their field goal kicker has missed. Just saying. Right? They load the left or the right side. They run left. Beck keeps it and makes it. 1st and 10. And won't that just suck for Big Noon? As a student, I'm choosing game day 10 times out of 10. Yeah, probably. I just like the Jeremiah Cooper difference. Having a guy on the back end at K-State last year. K-State lost last year. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Oh, Sama cutting it back, finding room. Nice pickup there by Sama. Is that like an 8-yard gain? 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. I'm here trying to stuff my face. Call the game, you fool. All right, 2nd and 3. Tight trips. Man in motion. They hand it off to Sama where the guy motioned out. Gave him some room. That's about a 4 to 5 yard gain. So it looks like the rain has stopped. I haven't seen rain in a minute. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Under 2 minutes left in the 3rd. Direct snap to Sama. He fakes the toss. Takes it up the middle for maybe 4. Wyatt says, I also think Rocco is more consistent than Avery. I agree with that. They need consistency to start the year. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair, Wyatt. I just ended up picking Kansas State winning the Big 12, or at least going to the Big 12 championship game. And I think it starts with the win here. To me, this was a coin toss regardless. Fake the hand off to Sama. Beck tossing it deep. Kind of a toss-up. Wow, tight end came up with it, but I think he's out of bounds. Nice catch by Burkle, though. 3rd and 7. Yeah, no, he didn't get that catch until his foot stepped out of bounds. Great catch, though. Great catch. And that was good defense by VJ Payne. Like, you literally gave him no room. I mean, what can you do about it? 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz. Beck, deep sideline. That's a tutty. That's a tutty. Touchdown. What a toss by Beck. That was pretty. To Eskuldson. I got to get that name down. I honestly think no one is touching Texas Tech in the Big 12 this season. Well, that's a lot of transfers. Let's see how they play as a unit. I think they have to go to Arizona State. Well, no, they do have to go to Arizona State. Dylan Edwards got hurt on the muffed punt. Let's take a look at Texas Tech football. No. Football schedule. Yeah, they go to Texas Tech, they go to Utah. And I think that's where I have 2 losses at, right? And they go to Kansas State. So maybe I give them the Utah win. But yeah, they have a tough schedule. Going to Utah, going to Arizona State, going to Kansas State. That's just not ideal. I think they could come out and win two of those ones, but has Avery Johnson impressed you? No. Avery Johnson's been exactly what I thought he's been. I wish they at least to start the second half, they started using him a little bit more on design runs. And I think that's good. I think that's where it needs to be. Wyatt, I think Texas Tech is 1 year away. They have a lot of guys that are going to be graduated and going to the NFL. It kind of has to be this year for them, I believe. Unless they have recruited well or whatnot. I think this is kind of has to be the year for Texas Tech. Because they're going to lose a lot of guys next year. Like the safety they brought in for North Dakota State, he's got 1 year of eligibility left too. So it's like, Oh, is it raining again? Golly. All right. 1st and 10 from the K-State 25. Hand off to Joe Jackson. Good stiff arm. Able to get a couple of yards. There's a flag. Are we going to see a holding? Hold on. Kansas State. No! Big 12 is too good this year. And too many return starters. Yeah. A lot of starting QBs. I don't know draft-wise who's the best player on the field. Let me think. I love Jeremiah Cooper a lot. I think he's probably a day 2 player. If you view him as a slot player. Dominique Orange is pretty darn good, but he's kind of late 3rd, early day 3. All right, they're gonna fake handoff over the middle to Jace Brown. Let's go. Nice chunk of yards, making it 2nd and manageable. Getting back to that line of scrimmage or original line of scrimmage. Should be 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9. Second and 3, that was 17 yards. Let's go. That's what happens when you can't see the hash marks. Fake the handoff. Final play of the quarter. And he dumps it to Oakley. Gets it across midfield into Iowa State territory. Kansas State, I haven't checked out VJ Payne. I hear good things about him. Avery Johnson craps on Carson Beck. Avery Johnson, I don't know if you... Avery Johnson's not crazy good. Are you a Kansas State fan? Avery Johnson's fine. But But he's not like a big time NFL prospect. Like maybe he can get into draftable territory. Yeah, I need a Kansas State touchdown here. Really do. Dylan Edwards, unfortunately, getting hurt, but I don't think he was that high. I have added Toby. I don't know how to say his last name. It's like Osusami or something. He's just got added to my watch list today. He's played extremely well. I guess Austin Romaine, he could probably be maybe a third round pick at linebacker. Beck is the third best quarterback in his state. What, you got Lagway? Who else is ahead of Beck? Lagway. I wouldn't say Costellos. I wouldn't say that. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, Cheez It. Cheez It's you've been getting all these Cheez It commercials? I haven't really noticed the Cheez Its commercial. Like Wyatt, I'd give you a Lagway, but like there's a good quarterback still in Beck. He might not have high end tools, but while he kind of shot his foot a bit, like shot himself in the foot a bit last year, dude, he was let down by his playmakers. He had one of the worst, like, Georgia had one of the worst drop rates in the country. Like, let's not pretend that was like all on Beck. That offense kind of wasn't great last year. I don't know who Die Bell is. I have no idea who that is. Top QB recruit in Florida. Has Bell played a lick of college football? I would never say a recruit is better than a guy that has played college football. Until you see the guy play at the college level, at the collegiate level, I don't know how you can say, oh, he's better than this cat. He might have better tools. We got to see him play first. Okay, I got you, Kirito. Wait, Wyatt, you need to name one more person, dude. Or you need to name people. You haven't named, you said he's the third best quarterback in the state. Who are the other first two? Oh, Avery Johnson going deep. Chase Brown, oh, through the hands. That was very sticky coverage. Yeah, since the pass was a little underthrown, not terribly underthrown. Maybe he just like got it out a little late. Avery Johnson, quick pass to the outside. It's going to make a third and very manageable. But golly, dude. It had it low and like the corner, tripping, falling, slipping, kind of was there at the right time, just kind of swipe at the low pass. Costello, dude, get out of here. He's a good quarterback, but he ain't better than Beck. That's wild. I have no idea who Kenyon Jenkins is. Avery Johnson's a top 5 quarterback in the country. Lol. Avery Johnson going deep again. Wide open is Brown. There we go. Much better this time. Wide open. Let's go. Avery Johnson's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's a top 5 quarterback even in the Big 12. That's not fair. Okay, Wyatt, you're just being hyperbolic. To me, that's wild. I don't know who Kenyon Jenkins is. Byron Brown might be more, when he gets to the NFL, he's probably more of a running back / wide receiver than a quarterback. And Costello's, dude, you didn't even put Lagway there? Like, okay, let's think. Avery Johnson. Who are better than Avery Johnson in the Big 12? I would say Rocco. I would put Rocco Beck is so good at operating his offense. Sam Levitt. I gotta look at. Noah Fafita, like, he's just so limited in tools. Sawyer Robertson, if he can stay consistent, the upside's there. Jalen Daniels. I love Daniels, but I think I'd put Avery above him. Hoover? That's interesting. You know what? No, Avery Johnson, I think he's a top 5 quarterback in his conference. Not in the country. I wouldn't say that. That's kind of that's a little ridiculous. That's a little bit. Dampier, let's see him play. He played at New Mexico. Let's see him play in the Big 12 first. Sorsby, I'm not saying that. I watched Sorsby's tape. People like the arm. People like the size. That's about it when I was watching his tape. I didn't love the decision making. Sawyer Robertson, again, there needs to be some consistency there. Hoover's the one that made me pause. Wyatt, I think you're with the Carson Beck thing. Like, I would go Lagway, and again, I wouldn't put Costellos, or which I know I'm mispronouncing, but hey, get an easier to pronounce last name. I got a hard to pronounce last name too. I don't bug when people mispronounce it. I expect it. Byron Brown, that dude runs. He's a runner. He's a running quarterback. That's about it. What are we doing here? Now let's see who Kenyon Jenkins is, dude. Keons. That's wild. And then it auto corrects to beyond. Oh, is this one a meme? Florida Panthers court. Florida International. That's wild. That's just being a Carson Beck hater. All right, I'm going to do a bathroom break real quick. All right, 1st and 10. Probably was a touchback. Do you think Lagway is a top 5 QB? Not right now. Not in the country. Not right now. But I think he eventually can be with the tools. All right, quick little out route. Picks up nice, 6 yards? Avery Johnson is a running quarterback, but he's apparently top 5 in the nation. He's not top 5 in the nation. I wouldn't say that. All right, we got the handoff here to Hansen. Oh, geez, he almost broke that one. Almost broke that one for a touchdown. He gets out across the 50 into Kansas State territory right off the rip. All right, 1st and 10 at the... Oh, they have it at Iowa State's 49. So at midfield. Fakes the handoff. Beck dropping back. Going over the middle. Almost intercepted. There must have been some miscommunication on the back end there. Oh, I don't think Avery Johnson's a better quarterback than Will Howard. I disagree with that. Oh, that was a freebie pick. Again, I don't know if there was miscommunication or what not there, but 2nd and 10, I feel like this is probably a run after you almost throw the interception. And it is. They give it to Hansen, who breaks off another big play inside the 40. Little sparkling water, baby. Oh, man. Now the offenses are getting going. Let's go. How do you not keep handing it off to Hansen? Because they do, and he's ripping off another good run inside the 30. Yeah, you can't take Hansen off the field. He's basically gotten all the yards here. All right, 2nd and 2. Like, maybe you take a shot here, but I think you just keep handing him the football. And that's what they're going to do, and I don't fault him for it. Look at it. Down about the 21. He's got, 58 yards rushing? I'm pretty sure 40 of it's been on this drive. That Kansas State to win Big 12 pick is already in jeopardy. I mean, Kansas State and Iowa State are probably 2 of the best teams in the Big 12. I think whoever loses this game is still in the chase for the Big 12. So I don't think it's in jeopardy. I think the Big 12 is just good. Beck is running, and I think he's throwing this sucker away. Yeah. Didn't Iowa State kill your Hurricanes? Oh, you mean when we pulled Cam Ward? Yeah. Wasn't it a close game anyway? I mean, we pulled Cam Ward. Cam Ward was like, hey, let me just go get this record real quick because the team wanted it. He wanted it. He wanted to stay in, but they were like, nah, you go be the first overall pick. So, I mean, hey, if you want to gloat about beating the backup quarterback, then hey, you go right ahead. All right, this time they're handing it off to Sama, who's getting a good run there. Like, Kansas State's run defense has just left the building. Did Bro just make the watch list? He might have. I mean, dude, Hansen had, 13 tutties last year? So, maybe. I'm going to need guys to talk about it if I do a prospect report this week. All right, 3rd and 5. They had a tight end in the backfield doing pass protection. Oh, just out of the reach. I mean, what is that? Sal? Yeah. Just out of the reach, but you got your hands on it. Probably should have caught that so well. But yeah. Didn't multiple of your starters still play, little bro? Little bro. I'm probably older than you, my man. All right, here comes the field goal unit. Hey, Iowa State actually hit the field goal this time. Slide whistle, back for field goals. Yeah, are we going to act like the quarterback not, like the starting quarterback not playing, especially Cam Ward, who was a Heisman finalist, by the way, if you didn't know. Rocco Beck wasn't. Didn't play the second half. We're going to say that didn't matter? Oh, buddy. There's nothing you can really do to be like, oh, Cyclones, we pound. Like, cool, you won the bowl game. That is what it is. Congratulations to you. Circumstances matter. What happened in the game matters. What a sad couple of schools if y'all arguing about who lost to Iowa State better. Dude, bro, LSU choked away the season last year. You have no room to talk. If Kansas State scores here, that 3.5 spread's looking nice. Was it 3.5 for you? I took them at 2.5. I never take 3.5. I never take 8.5. I never take 11.5 or 10.5. I never take 3.5. I never take 7.5. I never take 10.5. I never take 14.5 or third. Yeah, I never play that game. Didn't Dylan Gabriel? I don't know if Dylan Gabriel got more votes. How's Cam Ward overrated? He was the offense last year. How's Cam Ward overrated? He was the first overall pick. 2019 Natty's still there though. Yeah. Hey man, Hurricanes. What we haven't had a college football appearance since joining the ACC. So I'm hanging on to that like 2023 year where we lost to Ohio State. Did I say 2023? 2003. I think is when we lost to Ohio State. Iowa State's a good squad, though. So is Kansas State. Like, again, whoever loses this game, they're still in the running for the Big 12. It's week 1, guys. It's week 1. How many Heisman votes did how many Heisman votes did Avery Johnson get last year? Yeah. Trey, Cam Ward, first overall pick. You can't really take shots at Cam Ward. He was excellent last year. He was the first overall pick. I'm sorry, your arms are too short to box with God. Cam Ward not playing the second half kind of matters. All right, we got the kickoff coming. I would be taking shots at Mario Cristballs. I'm not a big Mario Cristball guy. I remember when when he got hired, my whole argument was, oh, nice little tumble, gets out across the 20 though. My whole conversation was like, how does Oregon's coach take a job elsewhere, but Oregon trades up? If I knew Dan Lannon was on the table, I wanted Dan Lannon. Hey, Street Profits on the sideline there in Dublin. Trey says he only got picked at 1 because of his position. He wasn't even a top 20 player on my big board. I'm unfamiliar with your big board, bud, so. He was a top 15 player on mine, so. Oh, Avery Brown thrown behind Jace Brown. Avery Johnson thrown behind Jace Brown. Would have been a nice little pick up there. Gonna be 2nd and 10. Yo, let's get some designed runs, man. Use the legs of Avery. Come on, it's only a 3-man front. There we go. Now we're getting him rolling. There we go. Use them legs, baby. First down. But there's a flag. Son of a gun, dude. Hey, Kirito. I don't like the flex of like, who are you? Let's not do that flex. Like, who are you to tell me what your big board is? I don't like that. Everyone's big board is valid. I don't care if you're on ESPN. I don't care if you're on YouTube. I don't care if you write for Y9 or whatever. Your big board is valid. You have an opinion. You're allowed to sit on that opinion if you could validate it. We're football fans. We are all on equal footing. We're here for discourse. I don't like the whole big bro thing. Big bro, little bro thing that people try to pull. It's like, well, who are you? It's like, that's bullcrap. And so was that holding call. Hey, there we go. Avery getting a pass over the middle to make it 3rd and manageable. Yeah, Big 12 does love their 3-man fronts. Well, I don't want to say first injury because Dylan Edwards left after the muff punt, but linebacker down for Iowa State. But we got a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3. Christmas. Hey, dude, I'm down for Christmas commercials, dude. I love Christmas. A Christmas? I think you meant Christmas. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year, bro. Christmas is the best time of the year. Hey, guys. Hey, don't. Hey, we got like 3 people participating in the chat. Let's not turn against one another. Oh, excusez-moi. Okay. Now this is football discourse. Golly, Wyatt. Oh, there's Matt. There we go. College football is the best time of the year. Yeah, it is. And it goes through December, which makes, dude, literally my favorite time of the year. It begins here. We get college football. NFL's back in a little over a week. We're going to go into Halloween, Thanksgiving. Christmas. And then things kind of die down a little bit after the national championship. February is like one of the worst months of the year. There, I said it. It's my birthday month. I'm allowed to say it. I hate February. And then we kind of get back into the hype of things with free agency and then the NFL draft. And then lull. Here's the summer. Everyone's taking off. I love the holiday season, dude. I wish the holiday season was every year. Oh, Iowa State losing a timeout. Iowa State down to one timeout. Avery Johnson, quick snap, but Oakley falls. He's going to be short of the first down. Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper. They do great with the commercials. They do great with the football commercials. The holiday season is every year. I wish the holiday season was the whole year. Oh wow, they're acting like they're going for it at their own. Oh, they do go for it at their own 29. And I think he made it. It's close, but I think he made it. It's close. I think he just barely got it. I'm here. I'm with you, Kirito. Yeah. Wyatt, if Brian Kelly's going to make it a long year. Oh, bad spot. Oh, we're going to get a challenge of that. That's going to be a challenge. Oh, we're going to get a review on that. So he's down at about what? Like the 31? I think that's a first down. Yeah, they're reviewing it. I think this is a first down. Like it's at the 31. He's down at the 31. The knees past the 31. The body's past, like the knees past the 30. The ball's past the 30. It's at the 31. Oh, I think Nelson's clutch. Why? Cyclones plus 2.5. Looking and feeling good. I mean, you got to move the spot because he's past the 30. He's at the 31. I low key want the Saints to have like pick 3 or 4 because we can pick those left because Kellen has been good with different style. What? Dang, they upheld it. Ooh, I don't know. I don't like that call. Hey, dude, I don't like that call. Oh, different styles of QBs. I got you. I got you. All right. Here comes Rocco Beck. Hand off to Hansen. This time they get, oh, they touch him in the backfield, but he's able to push for a few yards. I'm ready for a ball don't lie moment. Yeah, we'll see. I will say this, a field goal does kind of mess things up if Kansas State were to score and then like win this game 21-20. All right, Beck or dropping back, going over the middle, caught inside the 10, down at about the 6-7 yard line. That's Bomber. And they're in hurry up. They're handing this off to Hansen. Hansen stopped at about the 7. No gain. Davion Clowney ain't out there, so we're good. Bramer. I said Bomber. Bramer. All right, second and goal from the KSU 7. Tight formation, and they spread it out. Empty backfield. Could this be a whole, like, just a keeper? And it is. It's a keeper. And Beck's in there for the tutty. We got a 2-score game. Late into the fourth, we have a 2-score game. It's going to be a questionable call. Going for it at your own 29. Avery Johnson looked like he was down at the 31. Oh, Kirito, like I said, only right way. First bet of the season. Loss. I hear that, dude. I hear that. I hear that. I feel that. All right. Need a big drive out of Kansas State to keep this a game. Man, Rocco, have yourself a game, man. Rocco's had, like, I know he's only 10 of 24, but he's had some really nice throws in this game. Like, that second touchdown pass was really nice. All right, let's see what Kansas State, what do they got left in the tank? They're going to return this one. Nice little return. Gets to about the 35. All right, can we get a big... You have to score on this drive. All right, we're going to get the fake handoff. Avery rolling. Going deep. Wide open. Oh, just like that. Touchdown. Oh! Oh, game 8 over. Kirito, you can't say ball don't lie. Iowa State just scored on that turnover on downs. You can't say ball don't lie. Bradley. Avery Johnson to Bradley. 65-yard touchdown. Best in the country. Respect him. Dude was wide open. Calm down. But I like that they're doing the bootlegs, getting the legs involved for Avery Johnson. But, dude, just like that. Oh, yeah, no, Wyatt, you're in beautiful shape right now with Iowa State plus 2.5. However, if you are Kansas State minus 2.5, you're a little scared. Though a touchdown gets you there. Not if you took them 3.5. Carson Beck can't make that throw. I don't know why we're taking shots at Carson Beck. Carson Beck can't make that throw. Carson Beck also knows how to work a pocket. Dude, nice clap back for Kansas State. Right from the rip. Let's go. Ooh, good return here. Past the 30 up to about the 36, 37. Too bad. Hansen is the run back and doesn't know how to lose yards. Yeah, dude, right? I forgot Audric Estime's still there on the Broncos backfield. I mean, he's running back 4, but still. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Beck coming out in the shotgun. Right next to him, is that Sommer or Hansen? It's Hansen. Quick out to Burkle, the tight end. It's going to be like a 4-yard pickup. It's officially 2nd and 6. At their own 40. 40, 41. Pistol formation. And we're going to get a handoff to Hansen. And you're right, Hansen don't know how to lose yards. That's a first down out across midfield down at the Kansas State 49. Oh, dude. Osun Sami, man, he lost his footing. Gave up that inside cut. I hand off to Hansen again. It's going to be about a 2 to 3 yard pickup there. All right, 2nd and 8. We're down to 4:21, 4:20, 4:19. They're ticking that clock away. Fake the handoff. Beck outside. It's close. It's going to be, they're going to mark it just short of the first. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Who do you give it to? How about the guy that can't lose yards in Hansen? Why is Carson Hansen actually just nice like that? I don't know, man. Bunch formation, and they fake the handoff. It's a toss to the tight end. It's caught for a 1st down. They're down close to the 20. It's Burkle. Burkle's looked good this game, too. Oh, and you know who they had on Burkle? They had the defensive end, the edge, covering a tight end. What are we doing here? All right, 1st and 10. We're under 3 minutes. Hand off to Hansen. Picks up about a yard. And Kansas State using a timeout. 2:39 left in the game. Avery Johnson can never pick up a yard when it's needed. Nah. All right, we got a 2nd and 9 coming up. If you don't know, now you know. Gojo Picks will be back this week. Some of our favorite underdog, higher or lower when it comes to player stats. If you do sign up at Underdog Fantasy, remember it's promo code Broshmo. All right, we're loaded up. 2 tight ends to the left. Another guy in motion. The handoff to Hansen. They go to that side, and he actually loses yards. 2 of them, matter of fact. It's going to be 3rd and 11. And we're going to get another timeout. 2:32 left to play. I think that was Hansen's first loss of the game. And I mean, you're going weak side, so big 3rd down coming up. Sengi, what's up, buddy? Oh, paid off. LOL already. Oh, here we go. Beck. He's gonna tuck it and run, and he's stopped about a 4 yards short of the 1st down. What should I go at 12 pick in a PPR league? Oh, you're gonna get the wraparound with the 12th pick. Whatever you do, I think you go combo wide receiver running back. I had the middle pick. I think I was like pick 7 in my first redraft I did this year. I ended up going CMC. I took a lot of reliable guys after that, like Tony Pollard, Alvin Kamara. but I was like, give me the boom and bust potential of CMC. Let me see. I want to know exactly how my season's gonna go with CMC. But if I were you, yeah, I would definitely go running back, wide receiver combo. I would consider Derrick Henry if he's available. Because people shoot him down the board. But I mean, he just signed an extension this year. And then, yeah, grabbing one of the receivers, Brian Thomas would be fun. Oh, they're going for the first down. 2:26 left in the game. No more timeouts for Kansas State. First down basically ends the game. Iowa State has been 2 for 2 on fourth downs. Tight end in motion. Pistol formation. 2 wide at the bottom left. Oh, no, they're just going to try to draw him offside. They're going to go for the field goal. Yeah, field goal legitimately. Well, they maybe they design up a play for a fourth down, but yeah, man, because field goal makes it a 6-point ball game. Touchdown wins it for Kansas State, but if you took Kansas State minus 2.5, then to hell with this game. If you took Kansas State minus 2.5, you need them to go for this fourth down and miss. And then get storm down the field and get a touchdown. Or push it to OT. Obviously, you can't make it to 3 overtimes, though, and still win, unfortunately. What do you think about the Dolphins' A-Chain? Too risky? Yeah, he's been banged up. I think Ollie Gordon's a good get late. Because he might at least start the season opener. It kind of depends. Okay, they're going for it. Yeah, no, I would stay away from A-Chain. But full PPR, because he gives you all that receiving upside. I wouldn't be afraid to go with A-Chain. But I would take Derrick Henry over that. Here comes the blitz. He kicks it out. That's a first down. Matter of fact, that's are they gonna say he's down to the 1 or is it a touchdown? No, they're calling it a touchdown. That is game. And who is it? Carson Hansen. Yeah, this was basically a pick'em game for me, man. Neutral field. Iowa State, Kansas State, 2 very good teams. They're only going to get better as the year goes on. It's kind of important to get that win, but I think Kansas State, they're not dead in the water just because of a loss here. I think it's good enough to where I would call it. If you're Kansas State, you kind of hope it's a touchdown. Oh, yeah, he's down short. He's short. Always go underdog in Dublin. Honestly, Wyatt, yeah, that's not a bad shout out. Isn't next year Dublin going to be TCU and North Carolina? Bill Belichick? North Carolina's got a pretty easy schedule this year. I think they're easy 8-win team this year. Dang, dude. Yeah, if you're Kansas State, you just wanted them to get that touchdown. Because now what? You have to make a goal line stand? That sucks. Kansas State's been put on the parlay ban list. That's BYU and Baylor for me. They're still in yeah, they're still forbidden in my parlay playlist. Gio Lopez might be the 3rd best quarterback in the ACC. I've heard really good things. I think Todd McShay was talking him up after the Manning camp. Oh yeah, they're not going to snap this. Balls or the clock is running. They're going to take this to the 2-minute. Ain't Auburn on there too? I don't think so. I don't think Auburn, like, if they did screw me, I guess it wasn't enough for me to be like, nah, screw them. Clemson almost found their way on there. I took them when they were hot last year, and they almost blew it for me against Virginia. I don't know. I may have blown up at Auburn last year because they cost me a parlay. But BYU and Baylor have been on there for like 3 years for me. Florida and Ole Miss are both there on there if it's a conference play. I don't know. Florida's won me a ton. I I typically like the spreads Florida gets, and I usually hit on them. And I had a win with Ole Miss, I think, twice last year. So yeah, but like you said, in conference play, like Ole Miss is fun to bet on outside of conference play because they're gonna blow up that score. They beat up on the cupcake part of their schedule. So I'm usually always, if I see Ole Miss minus 39.5 against against a non-conference opponent, I'm taking Ole Miss minus 39.5. Yeah, that's just lane football. Got to decide if Rutgers is there for me this year. I won't bet Rutgers at all this year. I don't know what to expect from Rutgers this year. They just feel like a middle of the road team. So I'd probably bet against them against the stronger Big Ten teams. Like I don't remember exactly what their schedule's like. Rutgers schedule. Like I would take Oregon, whatever they are, against Rutgers. If I don't know if I'd take anything more than Oregon minus 20.5 over Rutgers. Washington Rutgers is an interesting one for me. Okay, then they get Ohio State Penn State at the end of the year, and I don't care what the spread is on those games. I'm probably taking Ohio State Penn State with the spread. Yeah, I feel like Iowa State's just gonna knee it out from here. I ain't touching any West Coast team this year. Oregon ruined it for me, especially in out of conference play. Oh yeah, with Boise and Idaho. Do you do NFL season higher or lowers? Yeah, I usually do. Like I like playing the touchdown ones. Then again, last year I took Dak higher than 29.5, and then he got hurt. That's the only scary thing is when guys get hurt early and then don't return. All right, great start for Iowa State to open the year, man. This was a really good game. Sloppy at first. It's really going to come down to that fourth down call, the terrible spot. So, I'm picking against Arkansas on everything. Yeah, I think Sam Pittman's cooked this year, unfortunately. I like him as a head coach, though. Yeah, Dak's touchdown total, like, it's a good total. It's just like, be healthy. I loved it last year because, like, Dak, he's a touchdown guy, man. Now it's just wanted Iowa State to pull a Mario Cristobal. Let's not talk about that fateful Georgia Tech, Miami play calling. Good win for Iowa State, man. Great way to open the year. Iowa State, man, putting a wrench in things for Kansas State. Hey, neither of these, like, hey, Kansas State ain't dead. Let's go ahead and take a look at the remainder of, because Kansas State's schedule is not crazy. Like, the next game I look at for Kansas State that gives me pause is taking on Baylor at home. Here, let me move this. There we go. Yeah, at Baylor, that gives me pause. TCU, but TCU at home, that's good for them. Texas Tech will be at home. At Utah is probably the next game. So you look at Baylor, Texas Tech, and Utah. I think they could go 2-1 in those games. I think they could get past Baylor. If I had to pick one, I could see them fumbling the bag against Utah, but that's going to be close. Texas Tech's going to be interesting. I want to see what type of team they are. But I could see Kansas State finishing the year 10-2, and that's actually what I had. I had them 10-2. I'm really high on Baylor this year. I think, yeah, Baylor could definitely make a play for the Big 12. That's the thing. Big 12 football is going to be great this year, man. Sangi says, what do you think about Hawkinson 3.5 touchdowns? Yes, I know. Injury risk, but other than that. Oh, I would take that. I think Hawkinson's going to start the year hot. No Addison for the first 3 games. There's a chance you're going to get two of those 4 touchdowns you need right off the bat, right off the rip in the first 3 weeks. I think that's a good get. Man, that was huge. But hey, we're back. We're back with college watch-alongs. Football is back, and oh, it's better than ever. We're gonna have a new draft cycle. It's gonna be a great year, man. I'm really excited. I'm so happy to be back now in full force. Things are gonna be fun. I got crazy cool stuff in the works. I'm hoping to get the website put together before the end of the year. That way, you're gonna have a cosmetically more pleasing draft guide. If you've already purchased it, then you get it. I'm hoping to be able to connect a mock draft simulator to that sucker. Make your own big board. If you have my draft guide, you're gonna have access to my big board when you do mocks. So, I got big plans for that. Hopefully, I'm going to get together with my web designer throughout the year, and hopefully we can get that sucker done. Shoot, man. I mean, I'm going to be doing stuff with the Roundtable Sports guys for college football. That's going to, or for the draft. That's going to be fun. We're going to be down at the Senior Bowl again, and I'm going to be better prepared to make content while I'm there. That's going to be great. Yeah, man, it's going to be a good time this year, man. Will you have a draft sim? Yeah, draft simulator. Yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if it'll be up by the end of the year, but the idea is to have it up by the Senior Bowl. Yeah. It's going to have an undo button. That's going to be the big contribution I bring to the NFL mock draft community. being able to go back and be like, oh, I misclicked, or oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm hoping maybe I don't know if this is in the cards this year for it. I guess it kind of depends on how many trips people take to the site, but maybe I'll attach kind of like a walk the mock to it, where we could play the GM, play the team, and have a lobby of people drafting for their favorite teams. So that's the plan. I finally found a guy that can help me out with that stuff. So I'm hoping that that's in the works. At the very least, we are going to have the draft guide on a actual website, so it's more cosmetically pleasing. And remember, if you buy it before we pump it out on the website, you're gonna get it at a cheaper rate, because it's probably gonna be not like crazy. Like, it might go from 30 to 35 or $40, because it's yours here, now, and forever, right? You get to see it as I update it. So, I mean, basically, like, it'll be a little more expensive, but I'm hoping to attach more perks with it, especially once the draft simulator becomes live on the website. But hey, I'm going to have a 3-round mock draft. Me and Alex. We're going to go over a lot of the guys that we like. That'll be out Monday. We're going to record that tomorrow. We're going to have my honest power rankings for the NFL going into the season. That's going to be Wednesday, maybe. I think I'm going to do a week 0 stock report, because I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it, dude. Thank you, Kirito, by the way. I appreciate that. I'm just happy football's back. And hopefully you're happy too. We will be live next week for Texas, Ohio State. That's going to be on the YouTube. And we're going to actually be on X. I'm going to figure it out. We'll be on X as well. So there's going to be 2 places you can catch it. But as always, until next time, my friends, later.